Hi students, welcome back to this YouTube channel Bhosle IIT's Academy. Subscribe this channel and don't forget to click bell icon to get notifications of more upcoming videos. Also you can like this video and share these videos to your friends who are preparing for engineering entrance exams. Today we will complete third part of this binomial theorem and its simple applications. Let's start with these two sums. Here in the first, you can see here we have to find the ratio of coefficient of x raised to 15 to the constant term in this expansion x square plus 2 upon x whole raised to 15. For that again we will require the same formula, that is TR plus 1 is equal to this NCR x raised to n minus r into this a raised to r. So here in this formula we will put all the values except r here. So this TR plus 1 as it is. The value of n here in this expansion is 15. So this is 15 CR. The value of x is here x square, that whole raised to this 15 minus r, and the value of a is here 2 upon x whole raised to this r. Let's simplify it. So this 15 CR as it is, this x raised to 2 15s are 30 minus this 2r, and this 2 raised to r, that upon this x raised to r. So let's write the coefficient part together. So this 15 CR, that into this 2 raised to r we will write here, and this x raised to 30 minus this minus 2r, this minus r is minus 3r. So now we have to find the coefficient of this x raised to 15. So here we will write to find coefficient of x raised to 15, we must have this particular index to be 15. So we will equate that index 30 minus 3r, that is equal to this 15. So we will solve the same linear equation. Therefore this 3r will be equal to 30 minus 15. So this is 15, and the value of r we can write it directly as 3 5s are 15. That means when I put here r is equal to 5, so here I am going to get the coefficient of that x raised to 15. So let's put that value there. Therefore coefficient of this x raised to 15 is nothing but this 2 raised to 5 into this 15 C5. Let this value be as it is. So we will again find the constant term. So constant term is nothing but coefficient of x raised to 0. So again, to find coefficient, or we can write it directly as constant, we must have this part 30 minus 3r to be 0 here. So we will again equate that part with 0 to get the value of r. So therefore this 3r is equal to 30, and therefore this r is going to be equal to 10. That means when I put r is equal to 10, so this part will become x raised to 0. That means this is going to be the constant term. Therefore that constant term is going to be equal to 2 raised to this 10 and this 15 C 10. So now we will take the ratio whatever is there in the question. So let's write that ratio here. So again I repeat, we have to take the ratio of coefficient of this x raised to 15, that I got this as 2 raised to 5 into this 15 C5 with this constant term, and that constant term I got as this 2 raised to 10 and this 15 C10. As you know that sum of this 5 and 10 is 15, that means this is equal to this n. Means when this x plus y is equal to n, then in that case those two combinations are equal. So therefore those two get cancelled, and this 2 raised to 5 get cancelled. So in the denominator you are left with 2 raised to 5, and the value of 2 raised to 5 is 1 upon this 32. So here you can see here this B is the correct option. So let's continue second MCQ here. So here also we are going to use the same formula, that is TR plus 1 is equal to x raised to NCR into x raised to n minus r into a raised to r. But before that we will have to simplify this expression. So let's write the same expression here. So this x plus 1 can be written as this 1 upon 3 whole cube plus this 1 cube. So let's use here curly bracket, and this denominator you can write that as this x raised to 1 upon 3 whole square minus this 1 x raised to 1 upon 3 plus 1 as it is, and minus this can be written as this root of x whole square minus this 1 square, that whole upon this. From those two terms we can take root x common, and here it is root x minus 1 is left, so this is whole raised to 10. Again we will use the formula of a cube plus b cube here. So as per that formula it will be that a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square it will be. So this is going to be x raised to 1 upon 3 plus 1, that into a square means that x raised to 1 by 3 whole square is going to be equal to this 2 by 3 x raised to, and minus product of those two terms, that is x raised to 1 upon 3 into 1 is that x raised to 1 upon 3 plus this 1 square is 1, and that upon this x raised to 1 upon 3 whole square minus this x raised to 1 by 3 plus this x, and this minus as it is. Here we can factorize using a square minus b square formula. So this is root of x minus 1 into this root of x plus 1, that upon this root of x into this root x minus 1, and this whole raised to 10 as it is. So now we can cancel this with this particular factor or bracket. Again this root x minus 1 and root x minus 1 get cancelled. Remaining terms we will write here. So this x raised to 1 upon 3 plus 1, that upon 1 means nothing is there, minus this root of x plus 1, that upon root of x is left, and that whole raised to 10. So again we will divide those two terms with this term. So then it will become x raised to 1 by 3 as it is 1, minus this root of x upon root of x is 1, and this minus into plus is again minus 1 upon root x, and 1 upon root x is nothing but 1 upon x raised to half, and that x raised to half can be written as x raised to minus half in the numerator, and that whole raised to 10 as it is. So this plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, and it is simply x raised to 1 upon 3 minus x raised to this minus half is left. So now we can see this expression. So this expression we have simplified as this one. That means here the value of x is x raised to 1 upon 3, that of a is minus x raised to minus half. So let's use that formula, as we are going to find out the term independent of x means constant term. So therefore that formula we will use here directly. We will substitute all the values of this particular except this r. So here the value of n is 10, this is c r, the value of x is here x raised to 1 upon 3 whole raised to 10 minus r, into the value of a is minus x raised to minus half, and this whole raised to this r. So let's simplify the same. So this 10 cr remains as it is, x raised to this 1 by 3 into 10 is 10 upon 3 minus this r upon 3, and this we will write this as minus 1. So minus 1 raised to r separate, and this x raised to minus r by 2 separate. So let's write in one more step 10 cr. So before that we will write this minus 1, that whole raised to r, and this 10 cr. So this is going to be the coefficient part, and the variable part is x raised to this 10 by 3 minus this r by 3 minus this r by 2. So now to find the constant term, same as that of the previous one, we must have, so this particular index to be 0 here. That means the value of this 10 by 3 minus this r by 3 minus this r by 2 should be equal to 0. Then we are going to get some value of r. So let's multiply throughout by 6. So this is 20 minus this 2r minus this 3r, which is equal to 0. So this is 20 minus 5r, that is nothing but equal to 5r. Therefore r is equal to 4. That means when I put the value of r to be 4 here in this part, we are going to get this constant term. Therefore that constant term is equal to, that is this minus 1 raised to, first of all it is 4, and this is 10c4. So we will use the formula of combination of, that is NCR. So minus 1 raised to any even number is positive 1, and 10 factorial upon this 4 factorial into this 6 factorial. So this 10 factorial can be written as 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. So this 6 factorial we cancelled. The value of this particular 4 factorial is 24. So this is 9 8s are 72. So this 24 ones are 24, 3s are 72. That means we are left with 10 into 3 into this 7. That means 10 3s are 37, are 207. So here you can see from the options A is the correct one. Before we start these two MCQs, let's see what is middle term. For that I have written two formulae. One is of a plus b whole square, other is of a plus b whole cube. If the value of this n is 2, then there will be 3 terms. If the value of this n is 3, then you will find 4 terms. That means the number of terms are always greater than the value of n by 1. First thing. And second thing, if the value of this n is even, then there will be only one middle term. If the value of this n is odd, then you will find 2 middle terms. So let's have those two formulae to find the middle terms. So first formula will be when this n is even. So here middle term is given by this n plus 2 upon 2th term is going to be the middle term here. And when n is odd, there will be 2 middle terms. So the first is going to be n plus 1 by 2th term, and second term will be n plus 3 that upon 2th term. So again I repeat, when the value of this n is odd, then there will be 2 middle terms. One is n plus 2 by 2th term and other will be n plus 3 by 2th term. So let's take small example. When the value of this n is 98, so let's see which one will be the middle term, as this n is even. So this 98 plus 2 is 100 by 2 is 50th term will be here middle term. If the value of this n, if I take as 99, then this 99 is an odd number. So this 99 plus 1 is 100 by 2, that is 50th term. And here that 99 plus 3 is 102, that upon 2, that is 51st term. So here 50th and 51st terms are going to be in the middle. So let's apply these two formulae for this particular MCQ and this MCQ as well. So here you can see this 2n is always going to be an even number when I put 0, 1, 2, 3, or mostly 0 we do not put, because this value is going to be 1 and this is not going to be an expansion. So we will use this first formula. Since this n is an even, therefore here middle term is given by this 2n plus 2 that upon 2th term. So let's divide this each term of numerator by this 2. So this is n plus 1th term is going to be in the middle. So as you know, whenever we want to find the value of T9, we put the value of R in that formula as 8. Similarly, as we want to find the n plus 1th term, then we will put the value of R to be n here in this formula. So this is the formula that we are going to use, which is repeated many times. So this is equal to NCR into x raised to n minus 1 into a raised to this r. Sorry, this is n minus r. So the value of r, as I said, is going to be n plus this 1, and the value of this n in this expansion is given to be this 2n. This is c n, and this x is 1, and that 1 raised to this 2n minus n, and this a is here x, and that x raised to this n as it is. Let's simplify. So this 2n cn, and this 1 raised to anything is 1, and that x raised to n as it is. Again we will use the formula of combination. That formula is 2n whole factorial, that upon this n factorial into this 2n minus n is n factorial, and this x raised to n as it is. So the same can be written as 2n whole factorial, that upon n factorial into n factorial is n factorial whole square, and this into x raised to n. So as you can see here in the option, I think I forgot to write this raised to 2 here. So this is going to be the correct option. So let's come to this next sum. Again we will use same formula here to find the middle term. As you can clearly see, this 12 is an even number. So therefore that middle term, I will take it orally. This 12 plus 2, that upon 2, which is equal to 14 by 2 is 7th term, is going to be the middle term. So let's do it directly. First of all, we will write this formula. TR plus 1 is equal to NCR, that x raised to n minus r into this a raised to r, and therefore as I said, the value of that r should be, or we are going to find out the value of T7, as this is going to be the middle term. So the value of r should be 6 there. So this T6 plus 1 is equal to the value of n here in this expansion is 12, this C6, and the value of this x is here x root y, that upon 3, and that whole raised to this 12 minus 6 is 6, and that of this a is minus 3 upon this y root of x, and that whole raised to this r, that is 6. So let's simplify it. So this is going to be the 7th term. So 12c6. So as you can see here, the indices of those two particular terms are same. So we can write those two expressions in multiplication, and we will write their common index 6 like this. So this is minus 3, that upon y root of x, that whole raised to we can write 6. We used rules of indices. So here we can cancel some terms. So this 3 with this 3. By that time we can write the value of this 12c6, but it is not solved in the particular options. We can write this 12c6 using this notation also. So this c 12,6. So let's simplify this particular bracket here. So as you can see, this root x and this root x is going to get cancelled. We are left with root x in the numerator. Again this root y and root y will get cancelled, and we are left with this root of y in the denominator, and that whole raised to 6. So let this combination 12,6 be as it is. So root of 6 raised to x raised to 6 is x cube. Similarly, that of this root of y raised to 6 is again y cube, and this minus 1 raised to 6 is positive 1, and the same can be written as this combination 12,6, that into x cube into, we can get this term in numerator as y raised to minus 3. So you can see in option this x raised to 3 is positive. So this is going to be the correct option. Let's start these two MCQs. Here in the first, we have to find the value of alpha for which the coefficients of middle terms of those two expansions are equal. For that, let's consider this first expansion. As you can see here, the value of n is 4, which is an even. So for even value of that n, there will be only one middle term, and that middle term is going to be 4 plus 2 by 2th term, and that 4 plus 2 is 6 by 2 is 3. So here third term is going to be the middle term. So let's find middle term for the first expansion here. So that third term, as I said, for finding the third term, we will use this formula: tr plus 1 is equal to ncr into x raised to n minus r, and that a raised to r. So here the value of n is 4, that of x is a, that of a is alpha x. Let's put those values. And very important thing, while finding the third term, we always put the value of r to be 2 here. So therefore this is 4c2, and this is 1 raised to, again 4 minus 2 is 2, and this value of a is alpha x, that whole raised to this 2. So let's simplify. So the value of this 4c2 is always 6, that into this 1, and this is alpha square x square. So finally the value of this third term, which is going to be middle term, is 6 alpha square x square. Similarly, we will find the middle term of this second expansion. So here the value of n is 6. So the middle term is going to be this 6 plus 2, that upon 2, which is going to be 8 by 2 is fourth term is going to be the middle term. So let's write the same. Middle term for the second expansion is nothing but here T4, and again for finding T4 the value of R should be 3. So let's repeat the same. So this is 4C3, sorry, the value of n is here 6, and that of x is 1, and the value of this a is minus alpha x, that whole raised to 3, and this 1 raised to 6 minus 3 is again 3. So let's simplify. So 6c3 is nothing but 6 factorial, that upon this 3 factorial, 6 minus 3 is 3 factorial, 1 cube is 1, and its value is minus alpha cube x cube. So 6 factorial can be written as 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 factorial, and this 3 factorial got cancelled. So the value of 3 factorial is 6, and this minus alpha cube x cube as it is. 6 cancel, 5 4s are, this is minus 20 alpha cube x cube. So this is the middle term of the second expansion. So as you can see here in the question, the coefficients of those two middle terms are equal. Let's equate them to find the value of alpha. So this 6 alpha square is equal to minus 20 alpha cube. So let that get that term of minus 20 alpha cube in left hand side. So we can take this 2 alpha square common, and this 2 3s are, and this 2 10s are, and this alpha, which is equal to 0. So let's simplify it. So this either 2 alpha square is equal to 0, or this 3 plus 10 alpha is equal to 0. So if you simplify this, alpha square is equal to 0 by 2 is 0, and take the square root on both sides, alpha will be 0, or here that alpha will be equal to minus 3, that upon 10. So that alpha is equal to 0 is not there in the option, but you can see this minus 3 by 10 in third option. So this is the correct option. So let's come to the second MCQ here. Again, we have to find the greatest coefficient in the expansion of 1 plus x whole raised to 2n plus 2. For that we have two formulae. So I'll write those two formulae here. When n is even, then the coefficient in this expansion 1 plus x whole raised to n, that means the greatest coefficient, I am saying the greatest coefficient in this expansion is equal to nc n upon 2, and when that n is odd number, then there will be two greatest coefficients which will be equal to each other. So here the greatest coefficients will be either this nc n minus 1 that upon 2, or this nc n plus 1 that upon 2. So as value of those two will be equal, we can take one of those two combinations as greatest coefficient. So now as you can see here clearly, this 2n plus 2 is always an even particular integer or natural number, you can say. So let's use this first formula here. So therefore the greatest coefficient in this above expansion is nothing but here the value of n is here 2n plus 2, you can see here, and that c, and here we have to just take the half of that value of n, that is this 2n plus 2 that upon 2. So let's simplify it. So this 2n plus 2 as it is c, and this 2n by 2 is n, plus this 2 by 2 is 1. So let's use the formula of NCR here. So this is 2n plus 2 whole factorial that upon this first n plus 1 factorial, and this minus this is again n plus 1 factorial. Again we can write the same as 2n plus 2 whole factorial that upon this n plus 1 whole factorial into n plus 1 whole factorial is nothing but n plus 1 whole factorial and whole square. So this you can see here in the second option. So this is the correct one. Let's start these two MCQs. Here in the first, we have to find the value of this summation r is from 0 to n, summation s is from 0 to n of CR into CS from the options. So let's copy the same to simplify it. In the solution, summation r is from 0 to n, summation this s is from 0 to n, which is of this CR into CS. The same can be written as by giving separate summations to those combinations. Summation r is from 0 to n, which is of CR, and that another summation we can apply for this CS, where s is from 0 to n. So just put the values of r from 0 to n here in this combination, same with this another combination. So this will become C0 plus C1 plus C2 plus dot 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 plus Cn, and second combination will become that C0 plus C1 plus C2 plus dot 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 plus Cn. As you can see here, those are the coefficients of these terms in this particular expansion 1 plus x whole raised to n. So sum of all the coefficients in this expansion 1 plus x whole raised to n, that is nothing but C0 plus C1 plus C2 plus dot 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 Cn is given by the formula 2 raised to n. If we take simply the coefficients of odd terms, that is C0 plus C2 plus C4 etc. Let's see what will be the formula. C0 plus C2 plus C4 plus dot dot dot. So that particular sum is going to be always 2 raised to n minus 1, and if I take the sum of coefficients of even terms, that is C1 plus C3 plus C5 plus dot dot dot, that again sum will be 2 raised to n minus 1. So those two sums will be always equal. So here we can write this 2 raised to n, and for second one same thing is repeated, 2 raised to n. So as their bases are same, we can add their indices. N plus n is 2n. So 2 raised to 2n is the correct answer. So second option is correct one. So let's start the second MCQ here. We have to find the value of this sum of those coefficients. So let's copy here. So this 26 C0 plus 26 C1 plus 26 C2 plus dot 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 26 C13. So let's multiply by 2 and divide that whole bracket by 2 here. That becomes half into 2 times 26 C0 plus 2 times 26 C1 plus 2 times 26 C2 plus dot dot dot. So this is going to be 2 times 26 C13. As you know, the value of this 26 C0 is always equal to 26 C26. Similarly, this 26 C1 is always equivalent, or its value is equal to this 26 C25. Similarly, this 26 C2 is equal to 26 C24 and so on. So as you can see here, this 26 C0 is twice. So one we will write as 26 C0 and other we can write this as 26 C26 at the last. So the same can be written as half into this 26 C0, and last term we will write that as 26 C26. Similarly, this term is twice, so one will write this as 26 C1 and other we will write this as second last coefficient 26 C25. Similarly, that for third one, so this 26 C2, and here we can write that as 26 C24 plus dot dot dot. So here we will come to this 26 C13. This is present twice, so 26 C13 we will write it here, plus again there will be some combinations and plus this. So we will complete this bracket, and this remaining 26 C13 we are taking this out of bracket, so that will be with half. So that I am taking with this half 26 C13 that I don't require here in this sum. So as you can see here, the sum of all those coefficients is going to be 2 raised to n, that is the value of n is 26. So this is going to be simply 2 raised to 26 and plus this remaining part half of 26 C13 as it is. So this 2 raised to 1, so subtract the indices as these are in division. So this is 2 raised to 25 plus half of this 26 C13. So this particular you will find in this second option. Let's start these two MCQs again. Here in the first, we have to find the value of summation this NC2R, where R is from 0 to n upon 2, where this n is even. For that we will write this summation in the solution. So this summation NC2R, where R is from 0 to n upon 2. So let's put the value of R to be 0, 1, 2, 3 up to this n upon 2 in this combination. So that first term will be that NC2 zeros are 0 plus this NC2 ones are 2 plus this NC, this is 2 2s are 4 plus dot 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 plus this last value of this R will be n upon 2. So this n upon 2 to get cancelled, so that NC this will be n. So as you know, these are the coefficients of odd terms in this expansion 1 plus x whole raised to n. So sum of coefficients of odd terms in this particular expansion is given by the formula 2 raised to n minus 1. So this C is the correct option. So let's continue this second MCQ from this particular. So here we have to find the value of this particular expression. For that, let's copy it here in the solution. NC0, or simply C0 upon 1 is C2 by 3 plus this C4 that upon 5 plus this C6 that upon 7 plus dot dot dot. So we will write the values of those NC0, NC2, NC4, NC6 using this formula of NCR. The value of this NC0 is always 1. 1 upon 1 is 1. So that of this NC2 is n into this n minus 1, that upon 2 factorial into this 3 which is there in denominator. Same we will write for this NC4 as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3, that upon 4 factorial into this 5 as it is, plus we can write this also like NC6 value is that n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 into n minus 4 into n minus 5, that upon 6 factorial into 7, but that is not necessary here. So this is 1, so this is n into this n minus 1 as it is. So 2 factorial into 3 is simply 3 factorial. So this n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3, that upon 4 factorial into 5 is 5 factorial plus dot dot dot. So let's multiply each term by n plus 1 and we will divide this expression by n plus 1 just to simplify it. So this 1 into n plus 1 is n plus 1. Again n plus 1 into this is n plus 1 into this n minus 1, that upon 3 factorial plus here also we will multiply it by n plus 1. So this will be n plus 1 into this n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into this n minus 3, that whole upon 5 plus dot dot dot. So here we have substituted this n plus 1. So we are going to substitute this n plus 1 as n in the next step. So here we will write that capital N instead of n plus 1 everywhere. So here it is capital N, this is capital N into n minus 1 into n minus 2. So this is n into n minus 1 into this n minus 2, that upon 3 factorial remains as it is. Similarly here also this n into this n minus 1 into this n minus 2 into this n minus 3 into lastly it is n minus 4, that upon this 5 factorial as it is plus dot dot dot. So again whichever I was writing there, so here we have to write where the value of that n plus 1 we have substituted that as n for some time. So as you can see here, this n is the value of nc1, so this is the value of this nc3, this is the value of this nc5 and so on. So let's write the same here. So this is nc1, so this is the value of nc3, this is the value of this nc5 plus dot 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 and so on. So these are the coefficients of odd terms in this expansion 1 plus x whole raised to, we have taken this capital N. So sum of coefficient of even terms, that is second term, this is the coefficient of fourth term, this is the coefficient of sixth term. So their sum is always given by 2 raised to n minus 1. So here we will write this 2 raised to n minus 1 for their sum. So the same can be written as, and again we will resubstitute the value of this n to be this n plus 1. So this denominator is n plus 1 and this 2 raised to this n plus 1 and this minus 1 cancel, this is 2 raised to n. So finally that 2 raised to n upon n plus 1 is the sum. So this sum you can find here in option number C. Let's start these two MCQs. Again here in the first we have to find the value of this 1c1 plus 3c3 plus 5c5 plus dot 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 and so on. For that let's write the same here in the solution, this 1c1 plus this 3c3 plus this 5c5 plus dot dot dot. So let's write the values of this nc1, nc3 and nc5 etc. here. Using this formula, this NCR, the value of this NC1 is n and that n into 1 is this n. Similarly this 3 as it is, the value of this NC3 will be n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, that upon 3 factorial plus this 5 into the value of this NC5 is n into this n minus 1 into this n minus 2 into n minus 3 into n minus 4, that upon this 5 factorial plus dot dot dot. So we can take n common from all the terms. So here it is 1 and at the same time this 3 factorial can be written as 3 into 2 factorial. So this 3 get cancelled. We are left with this n minus 1 into this n minus 2. Again I repeat, this 3 got cancelled, we are left with 2 factorial in the denominator. Similarly, already I have taken this n outside, so this 5 factorial can be written as this 5 into 4 factorial. So this 5 and this 5 will get cancelled, we are left with 4 factorial in the denominator, and in numerator we are having this n minus 1 into n minus 2 into this n minus 3 into this n minus 4, that upon this 4 factorial plus dot dot dot. So here we will do some substitution just to simplify it. If I put here n minus 1, that is equal to capital N for some time, so this n will become that capital N plus 1. So here I am writing that capital N plus 1, and this 1 will be as it is. As I said, this n minus 1 will become this n into this will become n minus 1, that upon this 2 factorial plus again this n into this n minus 1, that into this n minus 2 into this will become n minus 3, that whole upon 4 factorial plus dot dot dot, where the value of this n minus 1 I substituted to be capital N for some time. So as you can see here, this is the value of this NC2, this is the value of this NC4, and this is the value of this NC0. So let's write those values using combinations. This is the value of NC0, this is the value of this NC2, this is the value of NC4 plus dot dot dot, and this n plus 1 remains as it is. So again here, those are the coefficients of odd terms in this expansion of 1 plus x whole raised to n. So their sum is always equal to 2 raised to n minus 1. So let's write that sum as 2 raised to n minus 1, and we will resubstitute the value of this n to be n minus 1 here. So therefore this n will be this n minus 1 and this plus 1 as it is, and this 2 raised to the value of this capital N is n minus 1 and this minus 1. Here we will write this n was equal to this n minus 1. So let's simplify. This is simply n, 1 got cancelled, and this 2 raised to this minus 1 is minus 2. So here this n into 2 raised to n minus 2, n into n raised to 2 minus 2. So this is the correct option. So let's continue this MCQ. So here the sum of the coefficients in this particular expansion is given to be 4096, and we have to find the greatest coefficient in this expansion. For that, we will first find the sum of coefficients using some formula. As you know, sum of coefficients in any expression like this can be calculated by putting here x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1. So let's write it directly. Sum of coefficients in this x plus y whole raised to n is obtained by putting x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1, so that sum of coefficient will be equal to this 1 plus 1 raised to n, which is equal to 2 raised to n. But this sum of coefficient is given to be 4096. Therefore this 2 raised to n is nothing but 4096. And as you know, this 4096 is the square of this, I think 64. 4 4 is 16, that 1 carries, 6 4 is a 24, to the 48 plus 1 9, and that 4, and correct. So it is 2 raised to n. So now I will have to express this 64 as 2 raised to something. So this is 2 raised to 6 and this 2 raised to n as it is. So when you compare their indices as bases are equal, therefore the value of n is equal to so this is the square of that 64, and here we will write that raised to 2, and this will become first 2 raised to n, which is equal to 2 raised to 12, and therefore the value of here n is 12. That means first we got the value of n to be 12, and now we can find the greatest coefficient in this expansion. As you can see here, the value of this n is even. So when n is even, the greatest coefficient can be written as is equal to this nc n by 2. If this n is odd, then the greatest coefficient will be nc n minus 1 that upon 2 or nc n plus 1 that upon 2. So those two coefficients will be same. So we can take either this one or this one, but here n is even, so for even this is the formula. So therefore this is 12c, 12 by 2 is 6. So this is 12 factorial that upon this 6 factorial, and 12 minus 6 is 6 factorial. So let's calculate here. So 12 factorial can be written as 12 into this 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into that 6 factorial, and this factorial 6 cancels, and this 6 factorial's value is, I think it is 720, and this is 12 ones and 12 6 and that zeros are. This is 10 ones are 10 6 are. So this is 3 3s are, and this is 3 twos are, and this is 3 3s are. So this is 2 ones are 2 4s are, and finally it is 11 7s are 77, that into this 12 we have to multiply. So this 12 7s are 84, that 8 carry, 12 7s are 84, and this is 92. So sum of all the greatest coefficient here in this expansion will be 924. So here is the correct option, that is option B. These will be last two MCQs of this session. In that first, we have to find the value of this alpha if the sum of the coefficients in this expansion alpha square x square minus 2 alpha x plus 1 whole raised to 51 vanishes. That means that sum of coefficient becomes 0. So for finding the sum of coefficients in this particular expression or expansion, let's put the value of x to be 1. Then we will get this particular sum of coefficients. So therefore sum of coefficients is equal to, so wherever x is there, so there we are going to put that x is equal to 1. So this alpha square as it is, this 1 whole square minus this 2 alpha into this 1 plus this 1 whole raised to 51, and this is simply alpha square minus 2 alpha plus 1 whole raised to 51. But they said that this particular sum vanishes, that means this becomes 0. So therefore let's write that sum of coefficients to be 0. Alpha square minus 2 alpha plus 1 whole raised to 51 is given to be 0. So let's take the 51st root on both sides. So therefore this alpha square minus 2 alpha plus 1 is equal to 0. So as you know, this is the square of alpha minus 1. So take the square root on both sides, therefore this alpha minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore alpha is equal to plus 1. So from options, this is the correct one. So let's continue this last MCQ of this session. So here the sum of coefficients in this expansion is given to be a, and the sum of coefficients in this expansion 1 plus x square whole raised to n is given to be b. Then we have to find the relation between a and b. For that, first we will find the sum of coefficients in this first expression or expansion. So let's find the same. So for finding the sum, again we will put the value of this particular x to be 1 here, but that sum is given to be a, so let's write that sum as a. So this particular a is equal to 1 minus 3 ones are 3 plus this 1 square is 1, 10 ones are 10, and that whole raised to n. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2, and this 10 minus 2 is 8, and this is 8 raised to n. So the same can be written as 8 is the cube of 2, so 2 cube that raised to n, or the same can be written as 2 raised to n whole cube. So because we have to find the relation between a and b, that's why we are writing the same. So this is the value of a in terms of 2 raised to n. Similarly, we will find the sum of coefficients in second expansion. This 1 plus x square whole raised to n. Again here also we will put the value of x to be 1, but that sum of coefficients is given to be b, so let's denote it by b. Therefore b is equal to this 1 plus 1 square is 1, that raised to n, so 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2 raised to n. If I put this value of b as 2 raised to n, or instead of this 2 raised to n, if I put that b here in this equation, so that becomes a is equal to this b cube. So a is equal to b cube is the relation, so second option is the correct one. So that's all from my side. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. So see you in next video.